Are you still hanging on to hunting rounds that most seasoned outdoorsmen left behind years ago? As of 2025, some cartridges still ride on their reputations, but in the field they've shown their age outdated, inconvenient, or just plain frustrating. In this video, I'm walking you through the top 5 hunting calibers that hunters wish they hadn't picked, rounds that have drawn plenty of criticism across the shooting community. From hard-to-find ammo to punishing recoil, these cartridges still stir up debates, and most American shooters aren't impressed. Stick around, because number 1 on this list will surprise you. Plenty of folks still shoot it, but you'll see why it's become one of the least liked choices today. Let's get straight into it. Number 5. 8mm Remington Magnum. Rolled out in 1978, this cartridge was built to hammer big game at long range. It's a belted magnum built off a 375 H&H case, neck down, to take .323-inch projectiles in the 150 to 220 grain range. It was Remington's answer to heavy hitters like the .300 Winchester Magnum, pushing a 200 grain slug at about 3,000 feet per second and delivering more than 3,500 foot-pounds at the muzzle. That's elk, moose, even African plains game territory. But its star has faded. Ammo is rare, and only a handful of rifles still chamber it, which is a pain unless you handload. And the recoil? Brutal, one of the hardest kicking factory rounds in its class. On the upside, with a good setup, it's deadly accurate, and handloaders can wring top-tier performance from it. Still, compared to the .30-06 Springfield or the .300 Winchester Magnum, it's impractical today. Pros: massive energy and velocity for large game, strong long-range ballistics, outstanding potential for handloaders. Cons: ammunition is scarce and pricey, recoil is punishing, limited rifle options, overshadowed by more common calibers like the .300 Win Mag. Number 4. 17 Remington. Debuting in 1971, this is a blistering fast centerfire made for varmint shooting. It sends a tiny .172-inch bullet, usually 20 to 25 grains at up to 4,250 feet per second. It's basically a .223 Remington case necked to take a micro bullet, making it deadly on prairie dogs or groundhogs out to 300 yards. Light recoil and laser flat trajectory make it a blast to shoot, especially off a bench. But the downsides are real. Those little pills drift badly in the wind, and finding ammo is like finding hen's teeth compared to .223 Remington or .22-250. Price per round? About $1.50 versus 30 cents for 17 HMR. Precision varmint hunters love it, but for everyone else, it's too niche. Pros: extreme velocity, very flat trajectory, tack driving accuracy, gentle recoil. Cons: expensive, scarce ammo, wind-sensitive bullets, limited to small game, less versatile than .223 or .22-250. Number 3. 5mm Remington Rimfire Magnum. Born in 1970, this round tried to be the king of rimfires. It shoots .204-inch bullets, 30 to 38 grains, at about 2,300 feet per second, outrunning the old .22 long rifle by a country mile. It's meant for small game work, hitting varmints like groundhogs or foxes out to 150 yards. Aguila brought it back in 2008 with a 30-grain hollow point after Remington shelved it in 1982. Accuracy is excellent, often under an inch at 100 yards, and recoil is almost non-existent. But the same old problem remains: ammo availability. Rimfire design also limits its punch compared to centerfires like the 17 Remington. Still, it's fun to shoot and has a collector's cool factor. Plus, rimfire ammo, when you can find it, costs only about 36 cents a round compared to $1.50 for centerfire. But practicality? Not so much. Pros: great accuracy on small game, feather light recoil, relatively cheap ammo when available, unique collector's piece. Cons: rare ammunition, limited versatility, weaker than centerfire options, overshadowed by 17 HMR and 22 WMR. Number 2. 41 Magnum. Introduced by Remington in 1964, This is a serious revolver round built for hunters. It fires a .410-inch slug, usually 175 to 210 grains, at roughly 13 to 1500 feet per second. It was created to split the difference between .357 Magnum and .44 Magnum, giving shooters a middle ground of power and recoil. It's very accurate in good wheel guns, and plenty lethal on medium game inside 100 yards. But like many of these rounds, its popularity faded. Ammo and revolvers are hard to find and cost more than .44 Magnum. Recoil is still stout, even if it's not as brutal as a full house .44 load. On the bright side, its penetration and sectional density make it an effective hunter's round, and handloaders can tweak it to their needs. Yet compared to .357 or .44 Magnum, it's been relegated to a niche. Pros: balanced power for medium game, excellent accuracy, softer recoil than a full .44 Magnum, hand-loading flexibility. Cons: sparse ammo and gun options, high cost per shot, stiff recoil for new shooters, overshadowed by .357 and .44 Magnum. Number 1. 25-20 Winchester. This old-timer from 1895 is still talked about among small game hunters. It throws a .257-inch bullet anywhere from 60 to 86 grains, at about 1800 to 2200 feet per second. It was a go-to in lever guns, like the Winchester Model 1892 for rabbits, coyotes, or even small deer up close. Gentle recoil and decent accuracy made it a favorite in thick cover. But today, its ballistics are weak, and its ammo nearly extinct. Expect to pay more than $1 a round, and selection is minimal compared to modern small game calibers like .223 Remington. Those light bullets shed velocity fast and get blown around in the wind, limiting its reach to maybe 150 yards. Still, the nostalgia factor is huge. It's perfect for new shooters or small-framed hunters thanks to its soft kick, and handloaders can still make it work. But truth be told, .22 Hornet or .223 Remington are better across the board. Pros: super low recoil, classic small game cartridge, historic appeal, good short-range accuracy. Cons: rare and expensive ammo, weak energy, limited range, outdated next to .223 or .22 Hornet. So there you have it, the 5 hunting calibers many call outdated. From the thundering 8mm Remington Magnum to the venerable 25-20 Winchester, every one has its story, but scarce ammo and modern alternatives have left them behind. How about you? Do you still shoot these, or have you moved on? Drop your thoughts below. And if you enjoyed this rundown, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more deep dive gun content.